Welcome to Hippie Mágica, the channel of self-love, magic, and manifestation. Today's video is on how to love yourself. There are 7 aspects that I embody in order to truly love myself and to live a happier, more free, more abundant, more joyful life. And I'm going to share them with you right now. So the number one thing that I embody and that I teach my clients to embody is to accept the good and the ugly parts of your life right now. So there's probably a lot of things that you don't like about yourself, about your life, maybe relationships, job, maybe you don't like where you live. So there's a lot of aspects, right? But the first step to love yourself is to love your life right now. So take a pen and a journal and write all the things that you don't like about your life. So it could be, let's say 20, right? And then next to it, for every item, write 3 positive things about it. Because trust me, it wouldn't be in your life if it wasn't benefiting you. Because we are the creators of our lives. Nothing comes into our lives to punish us for to learn a very painful lesson. There is a lesson, but it doesn't have to be painful. There's something that you need to learn that is easy, that is pleasantly. And if it's painful, it's because you're not accepting it, because you're not seeing it, because you don't want to accept that you created this, right? So it's pretty much taking full responsibility, this first step. So let's say you're living at your parents' house, right? And maybe you're in your 30s and like you feel humiliated, you feel shame, you feel guilt, you feel like a loser, right? But tell me 3 good things about living with your parents, right? Maybe you don't get to pay rent. You get to be with people who truly love you, who would never do anything to hurt you. And yeah, you get to save money, right? So 3 things, and just focus on those 3 things for every single aspect that you don't like about your life. That's the number one thing that I practice, is super important, and that will start to transform your life and bring you happiness, bring you joy. But you need to start by loving the bad, the ugly parts of your life right now. So what's step number 2 to truly love yourself? And that is to let go of judgment. So a lot of times when we don't like ourselves, it's because we were taught or we learned through our parents to be tough on ourselves, to judge ourselves in order to push ourselves harder, in order to become better, right? So there's this perfectionism that is always criticizing you, like in your head, right? It's like, oh, you could have done better. You could have spoken better. You could have said this. You could have moved better. It's like, you could have not said this, right? It's so toxic, this type of mentality. I used to have it. I used to feel bad every single day because my mentality was always so hard on me, so criticizing. And I just felt like, like a little girl who's punished every day because I just did something that was not perfect. But this is step number 2. You need to stop that. You need to stop it and love your imperfection. Love the way you are living, the way you're doing things. If you didn't wake up at 8 one morning or 2 mornings, don't judge yourself. Accept it. Be like, okay, my body needed the rest. Find 3 reasons to be 3 positive things for that thing that you want to criticize and judge. Let's say you ate an ice cream and you weren't supposed to eat sugar. And now you're like really beating yourself up. You're like, oh my gosh, you're so fat. You're never going to be beautiful, right? Find 3 things of why you ate the ice cream. Instead of beating yourself up, say like, okay, like this takes time. A habit takes a lot of time, right? And it's important that I started. Maybe I don't need to be consistent every day, but I started. And next time I'll try better. But today I'm just going to enjoy the ice cream, because I deserve it, because I'm not a robot and Habits take time, they take months, sometimes a year, right? So be calm and just say, I'll try again tomorrow, right? So no judgment, because you don't get anything done with judgment. You can actually be grateful and be kind to yourself and do more improvement, actually. And it's a fact. So that's step number 2. So what is step number 3? That is, okay, that you need to think or let go of thinking that narcissism is bad, right? That self-love is narcissism. That is what you need to let go of. That being selfish is bad, that thinking about yourself is bad, that, you're just a bad person for loving yourself. And that's a narcissist way of thinking. And I've heard this from people who have low self-esteem, who are not doing what they love, who are kind, but they're just not happy, and they have this aspect of narcissism. And I think, well, this is a long time ago that I, probably in my early 20s, I did used to think as well, like, wow, these people are so selfish. They should be thinking of others, not themselves. They should be giving to others, not themselves. They should be, helping others. Like, it was always for others, because that's what I was taught by my parents, right? You need to live for others, right? Make others happy. Give your time, give your energy for others, because that's what you're supposed to do. That's what good people do, right? And bad people give their time and energy to themselves first, right? They focus on them first. They make themselves happy first. And that's a bad thing to do. But guess what? That's a lie. That's not true. Oprah, she's freaking rich, and she does give out to people. She gives, help. Her channel, her TV show is to help people. But I mean, she's not poor. She has a millionaire home. She has the best clothes. I'm sure she gets massages, facials. She has everything. She takes care of her first, and then she takes care of everyone else. And that's the number one rule that I also live on and teach, is like, first take care of you and then take care of others. And people make decisions. You don't need to make the decisions for them. If they want to think a certain way, live a certain way, and it's hurting them, you cannot save 7 billion people in the world. You can only save yourself. So start let go of that mentality that it's a bad thing to be selfish. Well, to focus on you, to love you, to make yourself happy. That is a bad thing. Let go of that, because it's super unhealthy, super toxic. I used to live it. I used to live for my family. I used to live to make others happy. And I was the most miserable person in the world. Then when I practiced self-love and I embodied it, and I've never been so happy, so fulfilled. And I can give love from my overflowing body of love, right? I'm not just like I'm not giving out my love and then me not having any love. No, that's a scarcity way of loving yourself. You need to embody yourself first, embody love, fill yourself with love, and then give out love, because it's overflowing from you. So that is step number 3, right? Truly love yourself. But in order to love yourself, you need to let go of the idea that being kind to yourself, that self-love is selfish. That is a lie. So then let's go to step number 4. So in order to love yourself, you need to embody this other step, which is listening to your heart's voice instead of others' voice. So this is a tough one if you're a people pleaser, if you need other people's approval, if you care what people think, right? It's like there's so many voices always hunting you, always attacking you, always like seeing what else you're going to do wrong, where you're going to mess up, right? But someone who truly loves herself only listens to one voice, and that is your heart's voice, right? Your body's voice. So how do you quiet the other voices? How do you just have the silence to be able to know that you're listening to your voice? One, meditation. Start meditating. It doesn't have to be an hour, 30 minutes. It can just be 1 minute, 5 minutes. Build up gradually, right? I meditate for 10 minutes a day. And that's enough for me to quiet the mind and focus on my body, focus on my heart, and just follow my nudges. So your heart, your intuition is your dream life's GPS. If you're not hearing the directions of your GPS, your soul's purpose, you're not going to take action. You're going to stay stuck. And you need to clear all the noise from your parents' expectations, society's expectations, your perfectionism expectations, what should be doing at this age because you're a woman. No. You need to quiet all that and just listen to one voice only, always, just your voice. And trust me, you're going to get really, really far very, very fast. So that is step number 4. So step number 5, to love yourself, to truly love yourself, is to make peace with the past. This is a huge topic that I practice and that I teach. Self-love is not just about saying, I love myself, taking yourself on dates, taking bubble baths. No, it's about healing the past, making peace with the past, forgiving the past, loving the past, right? Getting into that level that you love it because it was part of you. It made you who you are right now. And you can do that gradually. It doesn't have to be all of it, right? Because maybe there's a lot of pain. So start small. Like, what is one thing that is bothering you? Just start with one thing and say it out loud. Or if you have a friend, talk it out with your friend. The important thing is that you talk about it, you bring light to it. And if you don't want to talk about it with anyone, journal it out. Seriously, once you look at it again, and it's not just there like in your past, like in your body, like just daunting you, like, oh my gosh, I hate men. Men are the worst. And you just remember that your first boyfriend cheated on you, maybe your father cheated on your mother, and then everyone that you know cheated on their girlfriend, right? It's like, oh, I just hate men are the worst. But I also want to find love, but I can't, because, you know, how can you find love if men are bad, right? So you're never going to attract your soulmate if you have this belief, right? So you need to forgive your first boyfriend, forgive your father, forgive everyone who cheated on the women, and change and choose a new story, right? Say like, I use the Ho'oponopono. So I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And just say that until the pain goes away. It can take minutes. It doesn't have to take a long time, unless it's a very, very strong pain. Then you can do a 1-hour meditation. I have 3 to 4 minute meditations on Ho'oponopono with a job, with money. But if you let me know in the comments, I can create a new one for you. Let me know what is it that you want to heal, and I'll do it just for you. But you need to actually give love, forgive it, because there was something that you needed to learn, right? And by repressing it, by saying that you hate it, you're just giving it more fuel. Like you're saying like, you're not that, you know, like this is not you. But in reality, in the spiritual world, we are all one. We are all collectively one, right? But we're all separately experiencing each other as separate beings. To remember that we're just one, we're God, right? So love that part of you, because it taught you something, right? It made you who you are now. And by literally forgiving the past, you liberate yourself from it. You don't liberate others. Well, you can liberate others, but you liberate yourself. That's the main purpose. So that is step number 5. And step number 6, in order to love yourself and truly just live in peace, love, joy, and freedom in this life right now, is that your happiness is not the pain of your loved ones. That your happiness is not the pain of your loved ones. This was one of the biggest things that kept me living this miserable life of pleasing everyone, because I thought that if I became happy, everyone would become unhappy. Like, this was something that I needed to heal and change my story. It's like, no, well, it took me like a year or 2 after practicing self-love, that like my happiness is everyone's happiness, that you can have it all. You can have you living your dream life and your parents supporting you, your parents loving you, just by thinking differently, visualizing differently, affirming a different story. But just know that your happiness doesn't mean that other people have to sacrifice their happiness. That, you know, that's a scarcity mindset to see love, right? It's like money. Like if I have more money, others have less. And it's the same with love. If I have more happiness, it means that others will have less happiness. It's not true. Happiness is abundant, just like air. Do you worry that you're breathing too much air? It's like, I'm just going to breathe a little because I don't want others to run out of air. No, you breathe and exhale because you know it's infinite. Air is infinite. Love is infinite too. Money is infinite too. Friends are infinite too. Anything is infinite. So these are just limiting beliefs that we choose to keep, and we're reliving in our reality. We're just experiencing in our 3D reality. So if you let go of this one and you start to embody the opposite, that my happiness makes other people happy, sorry. My joy brings other people joy. My magic, feeling my magic helps other people feel their magic. It could be their creativity, living, you know, in abundance and traveling the world, whatever you define as magic. So that is step number 6, sorry, number 6. So final step to love yourself is that you can live an unconventional lifestyle and still be successful. So I was meeting up with some girls in Barcelona, new girls, just to network, to chat, to make new friends. And there was this one girl who said, like, I'm reading the 5 a.m. book, right? The top 10 habits that successful people do. One of them is wake up at 5 a.m. and start doing everything. And yeah, she's living here. She's living on an island, but like she was very, very unhappy with her job. Like she was doing a corporate job that she didn't love, right? So it's like she is absorbing the energy of that corporate life. That corporate life wants you to be super productive, right? But for me, I wake up, like today I woke up at 11:30 a.m. because I couldn't sleep at night. I had a dream. So I woke up 4 and I went to sleep at 6 and I woke up again at 11 a.m. And I didn't feel bad. It was very pleasurable. It's so freeing when you don't wake up to an alarm. And I wake up at random, like I wake up at a different time every day, depending on what time I go to sleep. But I have the freedom to go to sleep at whatever time I want that night because I don't have a limit in the morning. I wake up and then I do my workout, right? I wake up, then I go to my art classes. It's like there's so much freedom. You don't have to do life in a certain way because you're in your 30s, because you're a woman. You should be having kids now, you know. That's a lie. In order to love yourself, to truly love yourself, you need to live a life that's according to your personality, to your desires, to your happiness, to your comfort, what makes you feel good. Yeah, so and like journal aloud. Like if I didn't care what nobody thought, if I didn't have to work, what would I be doing? Right? How would I be living my life? What time would I be waking up? What would I be eating? Where would I be going? What would I be doing in the evening? Like for me, for example, my dream life, which I'm living it, obviously, is waking up without an alarm. Then when I wake up and get out of bed, sometimes it takes me 30 minutes to get out of bed because I'm just there, you know, like waking up slowly. Second is I do my self-love ritual, right? Manifestation self-love ritual, which is I journal out my future, what I want my future to be. I give gratitude to my life now. And I say my affirmations, I listen to meditation. So it can take me 30 to sometimes an hour, depending on how I feel, but I don't have a strict morning routine. But I do have a self-love morning ritual. It's just like flexible on the time. And sometimes I do my tarot reading. So sometimes I'll do a tarot reading for myself. I'm like, okay, what is it that I need to know today in order to love myself more and embody my dream life, right? And then after that, I'll do my workout. Oh my gosh, I just love fitness. I love working out. I love my body. I'll do like a 30-minute workout and I love it. I love sweating. I love being stronger. And then I'll have brunch with my partner. And that is super amazing because he's, you know, he went to cooking school when he was a teenager. So his cooking skills are just top, right? I just know, like, I feel like a little kid because it's always different. He's always creating new recipes. And then he takes a nap. Sometimes I'll take a nap with him, or I'll just lay there to rest for 10-15 minutes, and then I'll get up and it's like the day just started again because I rested. Then I'll do some social media stuff, like record some stories on Instagram, record a video for YouTube, or answer emails, or work on architecture projects, right? And yeah, it'll just go slowly like that. And then I'll cook dinner, usually make a pizza, then we'll watch a little bit on Netflix while we eat pizza. And then at night is when I work, when I actually do my work. So I'm a night owl. It's like when I work 2 to 3 hours when I, like for projects. And that's my typical day, like normal day at home. And obviously my days change when I travel, when I go to my art classes, when I go to my sewing classes. But your life needs to be according to your design, to your energy, to your personality type, not compare it to anyone else who says that a successful person has to have this certain routine. So those are the seven steps that you need to embody in order to love yourself and live a life of freedom, peace, love, joy, and happiness. Oh, that was a good one, man. These are powerful steps. And now I'm inviting you to look at my program, The Magic of Self-Love, which is a 4-month program where I'm taking 5 women to live their dream lives, to embody their highest self in 4 months. And we start on November 1st. So this is my signature program, my baby. I'm super proud of what I channeled through this program. I've taken a lot of women already through a powerful transformation. They've been able to manifest their dream life, dream lifestyle, travels, dream jobs, dream income, confidence, right? So whatever it is that you've been wanting for so long, you can do it in this program. And it's a group coaching program. So you get to do this journey with 4 other women plus me. And every week we're going to have a live session where we get to go deeper on a topic. We can go deeper in a personal situation that you have in order to transform it, to fix it, to clear it out from your life. And it's one of the most powerful programs that I have. So if you're interested, just leave a comment below, say I'm interested, or you can send me an email at hippie@gmail.com, or just send me a message on Instagram at hippie.magica. And we can have a chat. We can see if this program is perfect for you. But yeah, we start in less than 2 weeks. And if you're ready to embody your highest version and live your dream life for 2022, then this can be the sign for you. Okay, guys, well, let me know if you like this, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.